Thank you so much, Congressman Maxwell Frost, and I'm just so grateful to have a congressman that cares so deeply about all beings that call Central Florida home, from humans to sloths. And you know, when I wrote Maxwell Frost, our congressman, an email, almost a panicked email about this issue, I know there's so many other issues that we're facing, from the affordability crisis to international affairs, and so I had followed up with a text message and said, Congressman, I just sent you an email about sloths. I know it feels random, but trust me, this is a very serious issue. And he responded back immediately, and here we are today with these two phenomenal leaders that came from Costa Rica to join us today, both the Sloth Institute and the Sloth Conservation Fund. So please join me in thanking them for coming all the way to Orlando. It means so much, and they're going to have a very busy week. They're going to be meeting with the Attorney General's office and State Attorney's office tomorrow. They're meeting with our county commissioners, and on my way over here, I was on the phone with Florida Wildlife Commission with the legislative liaison, and we're in the process of setting up a meeting with both Dr. Cliff and with Sam for later this coming week to talk about potential, not just law changes, but rulemaking, because I'm very hopeful that we can also secure changes in policy through the regulatory process versus waiting for the next legislative session. And obviously their expertise is so important in any criminal charges, because the reality is that we have regulatory officials who don't understand the sensitivity of sloths. And you cannot compare a sloth to any other animal. And when you think about what a Class 3 permit is, these permits are defined by how dangerous the animal is to the human, not how dangerous we are to the animal. And so that's why serious reform is needed. And I also just want to say thank you to the Central Florida Zoo. The team here is carrying so much weight and so much responsibility, and also a lot of trauma and grief in having to rescue these sloths, with the hope that some can be saved, but knowing how sensitive and fragile the situation is. And when I saw an image of a baby sloth, I mean, just the sheer greed that you have to carry in you to think it's appropriate to capture any animal from the wild, let alone sloths, including baby sloths. For what purpose? To sell $49 tickets for tourists to come to Orlando and see them? We have so many other reasons why you should come to Orlando as a tourist destination. It is shameful and embarrassing that individuals who profess that they care about conservation to have ever embarked on this initiative. And that is why we need criminal charges, because if there's not accountability today, when will there be any? And so that is why on the way over here, I was also on the phone with the AG's office, because this is not a partisan issue. And I'm so grateful to have Republicans and Democrats coming together. Earlier today, Congresswoman Laurel Lee reached out to me, and I connected her to Maxwell Frost's office, because again, this is an issue that brings all of us together, because Florida is known as a tourism destination. This is a stain on that brand, but it's also a shame for each one of us that in our backyard, there is this for-profit agenda of sloths being taken from their homes for no reason but to make money. And that is so deeply unacceptable, and we will continue on this fight for accountability. And I just really want to encourage the public to please support the Central Florida Zoo. This is an organization that needs resources. This is a very expensive and unexpected situation, and so please, whatever you can do to provide financial support that is so desperately needed. I've had a lot of folks contact my office about refunds because they bought these VIP tickets and so forth at the now bankrupt Sloth World. And though I don't see a clear path for anyone to be made whole in that regard, we can at least try to support a clear path for these sloths to be healthy and safe. And it's our responsibility to, again, not only take care of who is before us, but to prevent this from ever happening again.